Hi, this is Lucas Marquardt with the TDN. If everything goes well this week, breeder Machmer Hall will be represented by not one but two starters on Saturday in the Kentucky Derby, Intense Holiday and Vinceremos. Owned by Carrie and Craig Brogdon and Carrie's mom Sandy Wilworth, Machmer Hall has already had two previous Derby starters as breeders, Join in the Dance in 2009 and Vijack last year. Maybe what's most impressive is that Machmer Hall purchased the dams of those Derby starters for a combined $68,500. That includes the dam of the Grade 2 Risen Star Stakes winner Intense Holiday, the embroiled songmare Intensify, acquired for $30,000 at the 2009 Keeneland November sale while in full to forestry. We talked to the Brogdons about it on Sunday.
She's a beautiful mare. We thought she was going to be a lot more expensive, but she was in full in a May cover to a less fashionable sire. Her first foal had died, and anyway, she was selling without reserve. And I told Craig I really wanted the mare. I really wanted the mare because she was beautiful and by embroiled song and a half to a Grade 1 winner and a Grade 2 winner. And anyway, so when she was in the ring, we were out in the back walking area, and she was in the ring, and they were staggering at like 22, 23, and I looked up at Craig and I said, "That mare's bringing a lot less than you thought." And he was like, "She is?" And yes, before he could finish the word "is," I was sprinting up to the back chute to bid on her. And I bid on her, and we bought her for $30,000. And I called my very good partner, Chip Montgomery, and I said, "Hey, we bought this young mare. I think she's gorgeous. Love to have you as partner." And he said yes, and there we are.
Carrie running to the ring to bid on horses is a very common event. He was always just a big, framey, nice colt. My broodmare manager, from when he was about 3 or 4 months old, continued to tell me, "This is our Derby horse, Craig. This is our Derby horse." And he was right. He just got better and better as he got older and just had that big, loose, easy walk. And when Frankie Brothers came out to inspect the yearlings for the September sale, after he looked at them all, he told Carrie, he's like, "That's your best horse."
Yeah.
And he ended up buying it.
We have a full brother yearling who will be selling in Keeneland September, and then we have a full sister who's about 3 weeks old. Yeah, so.
Meanwhile, Machmer Hall purchased the dam of Vinceremos off the track in 2008, but last year sold her privately to Twin Creeks Farm, which co-owns Vinceremos. Interestingly, Twin Creeks hadn't yet purchased the colt yet.
We got her off the track, and right after she was claimed for, I think, 25, and we owned her with Alan Poindexter. And then somehow we ended up trading out of her, and we weren't looking to sell her privately. Randy Galat from Twin Creeks had emailed me that he needed 3 or 4 more mares in full on later covers for his new stallion Mission Impassable, who stands up in New York. And so I sent him a list of what he had, and he said, "Well, what about this mare Kettle's sister? You know, I think it'll probably fit really well with us." And he said, "Well, you know, it's 15. I said, "She's 15 too, but she's really, really well made." So he and I said, "Oh, by the way, I hear that she has a really good Pioneer of the Nile colt with Wavertree Stables." So they bought her for $45,000 privately, and she's going to full New York. And he asked me, "Do you want to stay in for half of her?" And I said, "We're Kentucky breeders. We really don't want to full in New York, but you know, I wish you luck with her, etc., etc." So the Keeneland April 2-year-old sale comes around, and the horse works absolutely lights out. And they call me from the stands, and they said, "This colt worked amazing. Are you sure you don't want to stay in on half of the mare?" And I said, "Is she going to foal in New York?" And they were like, "Yes." And I said, "No, I really don't want to foal in New York. I want to stay in Kentucky." And so anyway, the rest is history. But I will tell you, now we have a mare that is foaled in New York with Randy and Kim, and she is back in full to Mission Impassable. So.